Yeah, sure. Hope Steve makes
Was
it, but
saying hi.
what?
I know if you can hear the cat was purring. He was meowing. I was like, say hi.
Ah, are you are you outside?
No, I just got back in. I
Oh,
just have
okay.
to go to the bathroom, so I was just gonna be in here muted.
Got it. Okay, okay, that makes sense. Pretty sure your cat was an indoor cat. Pretty sure of that.
Yeah, he's indoors.
Yep. All makes sense now. Thought you were smoking.
Have you gotten a hold of Steve?
No, I didn't. I didn't text him today. He said he'd be there. And if he's not, he's not. Then he just has to review it on his own. I'll text him now, though. Coaching in T minus 2 minutes.
Did you end up sending a couple that were what's up, Jay? Did you end up sending a couple that were good for Steve? Because he was
Um,
under the weather.
Unfortunately, that's the only time we played. So no, those two are under review.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Wait, my mic wasn't working. Hello?
Hey, how's it
Hello,
going?
Hey, doing great, man. What about you guys?
Good.
doing good.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, you said something about Steve because I didn't pick it up.
Yeah, he was a little under the weather for our gaming session. He was what was it, gummies or
No
something?
way.
Oh no, it was brownies. That's what it was.
Ah,
Yeah,
brownies.
someone made some brownies and didn't tell him there was stuff inside,
Mm.
and he ate a few of those, and
Beer?
yeah,
Alright, all good. Is that for the session, the games you sent me?
Yeah, yeah, that was the only chance we had to play together.
Alright, all good. Looking forward to this one then.
Yeah.
So, I didn't actually have time to go over one of them in my free time and try to see or try pick up things early on from what you guys told me that like you want to kind of start adapting your rotations and not just fixate to the 1 2 3, which is respectable.
Yeah, we're all busy. Definitely get
Ah,
it.
yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. But my main reason as to why I gave you the 1 2 3 rotation is because as a default, I want you guys to go into that because you guys were spontaneously cutting each other, and that's not very consistent.
Agree, and it did actually make us better. It's just the overall consensus is that it's not fun, and that is the point of the
Okay,
game
yeah,
for
fair
us.
enough. Yes, fair enough. So,
Enough
any other?
wielding,
Yeah.
honestly. That's why I stick around sometimes.
Fair. So, any other feedback from last session, or do you want me to kind of take a look at this game?
Uh, no, overall the rotations seem much cleaner. Our first touches are generally better, so there's more control. We still have made some defensive blunders, and when we watch the replays ourselves, we're like, maybe back post would have helped there, maybe not, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But a general understanding of like what we're supposed to do, but versus what we're doing now is helpful.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So, let's take a look. I'll actually keep the timeline on just so I can see who's playing.
Let me jump into your lane.
So let me take a look. So is this how you usually opt for this kickoff? Kind of like a two-way cheat?
So that is one of the things that we're struggling with. Actually, is we don't have like a set who's supposed to go, who's supposed to cheat, who's supposed to defend.
Okay.
And so it's
right.
just intuition, and we fuck it up often.
Okay, no, don't worry. So, for this kickoff, this applies for the diagonal ones as well. Whenever there's two players next to each other, left or right goes, and the person not going for kickoff from the ones next to each other goes for the corner boost. And the guy behind cheats up.
Ah, okay. Well, we
So,
can make that
in this-
make it the law and just review versus that.
Yeah. So, in this case, Nevs cheats up and Don goes for right corner.
Yeah.
And then as we said in the last session, I remember you can either rotate outfield if you want to force his ball to the right, or just go back to play it safe. So this is like C3 now, right? Or high C2?
Yeah, it's somewhere in there, like 1300 ish, 13, maybe a little higher. I'd have to look.
Okay, for sure. There's a much wider rotation. Very good. Now, if you guys want to focus on constantly cutting each other in rotation or keeping it fluid compared to just a fixated one, the number one thing I would recommend is, as you're rotating back, small pads are your guys' absolute priority. Because now, Nevs has zero boost because he's kind of in this red zone near the wall where there's like no boost whatsoever. So now he's forced to play a bit more passive, and the two up front are forced to play with each other. Whereas in a fluid rotation, I'll refer to it as that, at least third man will have to have like 40 to 50 boost, and he's kind of playing around midfield, potentially going for bombs, being a bit more aggressive, or cutting second man, in that matter.
Okay, that makes sense. Closer rotation means have to pick up pennies.
Yes. It's a very good touch, I like it. A good shot as well, though. I like this. This is a very good play. And good positioning from Nevs as well. Very good. Very good. Let's see what Don does with that ball. So Don, run me through what you're thinking at this very second.
So the only reason I hit it like that was because I wanted to pass it. I thought he was just going to go mid. It does go a little bit towards their side, but realistically, I could just take it myself.
Exactly, and you should be taking it yourself because, as you just saw there, Gert's up there with zero boost, and Nev's actually
Yeah.
turned back. He actually turned back, so this pass would be a bit redundant. And I wouldn't be afraid of trying this yourself because you have a lot of space to work with here.
Yeah,
A lot of space.
and quite a lot of boost too. So
Exactly, yeah. Okay, this rotation's fine. I'm gonna look from Nels POV. I'm a bit against this rotation, even though he did rotate out. What I would rather do, whenever you guys are rotating back from a challenge, I would try immediately rotate to mid and try look for bumps. So let's say this guy over here was mid and I was Nevs, he's already on the floor and he's already applying pressure on the guy in mid, which makes it a bit harder for him to stay aware of both him and the ball.
So yeah, just kind of hard break and hit the ground and look for a bump. Okay.
Because from this perspective, you have to kind of dodge both your teammate and the opponent, and it's just making it harder for the guy challenging.
Yeah.
Something like you did here would be ideal. Like, I know the bump might not have been the initial plan, but you were in position to bump just because you're rotating behind the play. Like, that is perfect. Just bump and get out. So let me see here. Do you agree with this flip?
I was just low boost, so I was trying to close some distance.
But you were in an already decent spot to challenge him because, as you said, you're low boost. So if you just continue on these pads and just wait for it, anything he does, you're just covering the low side. If he goes up, there's your teammate behind you. But if he's on the lower side, you can challenge this yourself.
Yeah, that's insight. Yeah. So I was just I guess the thought there was Steve's about to pass the ball. I need to be further forward for the pass. And then, things didn't develop that way.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. If you thought that right now, so you'd start pushing up now, I'd agree with you. But he passed the ball already, and you're already out of position. And in trees, you're going to get beaten to this ball 9 out of 10 times. So there's no point trying to even catch up to this. I'd try to think, okay, where's the next touch going to be? So here, I'd shift my focus to who's in the ball's trajectory against me trying to get to this ball.
Yeah, makes sense.
Sure. Then, no, that's a decent force, but again, you're forced to apply, or you're forced to commit further just because you're closer to the ball, and the play's already developing. Let's take a look here. So.
Yeah, if I hadn't flipped and just picked up the 2 pennies, I could have just challenged.
Exactly.
None of
the challenge at midfield.
Yeah, none of the nonsense that happened. Okay.
Exactly. And this is just a mystery, nothing big. Actually, a very good kickoff strat. I like this. Did you miss that on purpose or?
Absolutely not.
because the kickoff that you guys just did is actually a high level kickoff strat where both of the diagonal ones go for the ball. They both miss it and go for the mid pads, and the guy in the net stays in the middle and just waits for the ball to come to him, and then he passes it to either of them. So that's another kickoff strat if you want to take it down.
Yeah, good to know. But nope, that one's just a whiff.
Oh, okay, all good. Alright, so let's take a look here. Ten out of 10 times you're going to get pre-jumped here in every single lobby. Whenever there's a ball like this, you have to play the 50 here instead of the beat, always. So I try line my car up with the hood to meet the ball, just so you're playing the 50 instead of the beat.
Okay.
Let's take a look after. See, for example, I like this cut and rotation. This one's good, but I wouldn't rotate as early on. I'd try at least wait for a clear decision on the 50 and then turn. Because had you just delayed your rotation slightly, so you turn here, they did something to the fly cam. It's not as free anymore. It's bugging me. So had you rotated just literally a couple feet away, you you can be in line with the ball or trying to catch it at least.
Yeah, so before the rotate, just watch, right? Read the 50, see what's
Exactly.
happening.
Just sit and watch. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because momentum matters the most whenever you're going for the ball, and if you just rotate wider, you're going to keep momentum versus stopping your momentum completely and waiting right underneath the ball. Again, there's no reason to flip there. I'm just pointing it out. It's a very good challenge. I like the idea for the bump as well. See, for example, here I wouldn't mind a cut from Neps here if you can cut it to the left here, because he is still Gert is still completely out of the play. So turning here, I wouldn't mind it. So something to help you guys out would actually be in between your rotations, look for your third man, and if he's close to the play, let him. If he's not, then go for the ball yourself. Because letting your third man fully commit for the next ball is a bit risky. And had you just cut in, you would have maintained pressure slightly better.
Okay. Do you think I should have been maybe closer to that play?
I'm about to take a look. So it's a good 50. Yes, fully, because you were kind of hesitant on going either boost or ball, where you will always benefit by staying closer to the play with lower boost. So you can argue that you can go for corner boosts to play it safe and have 100, but at the same time, you're letting the opponents take a breath here when you're not there, because you could have been there applying pressure on the bump or the ball. So definitely, I would try. Let me spot you. At least extend your rotation here around your midfield half and try collect as many pads as possible. So you'd be on this pad now, 40 boost, and you can go for the shot yourself then.
Yeah, okay. So that's like 2 instances of rotating shorter and prioritizing pennies.
Yes,
Yep, okay.
it's unlucky. Let's see here. For example, this is another good cut by Don. He was evaluating the area around the ball so that his teammates are completely out of the play, and he took control himself. This is very good. Fluid rotations. I'll keep referring to it as that. It's fine. Now let's take a look at your positioning. Slightly better, but do you think you're a bit too far out here?
Yeah, I'm not defending the net, I'm defending the corner.
What I was referring to really is that you could have been a bit closer to Don's shot over there, just to help him support, because your teammate just got demoed, meaning you have to replace him.
Sure.
Because in about 2 seconds he's about to spawn as last man behind you, so might as well cover the space that's lost with the demo.
That makes sense. I think there's a world where Don misses that ball. Not this one. But the pinch off of that?
This.
Clearly not now, right? You could see he's about to hit it, but depending on the speed
No,
of that
like-
pinch.
But still, even if he missed this, you being closer would allow you to take control instead of letting the opponent. Because the opponent's gonna expect a shot as much as you. So being slightly closer than you are at the moment will equal out an even challenge on this ball had he missed. My idea behind this is, so let me break it down slowly. Your positioning here is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Now that you see the demo, try your best to turn to the right now, because Steve's missing, right?
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
Steve's about to spawn behind you, and I'm telling you this with the idea to cover more offensively, and you'd be in a spot to support the next ball.
Yeah.
So had you turned slightly quicker, you could potentially have the courage to even go for this, because at this moment that guy can't see anything underneath him. So let's say you're pushing up now, he has no idea. So try keep the opponent's perspective in mind as well. Like, had you been way closer, he would not have expected it. Whenever your teammate gets demoed and the ball is still in their half, you can get away with being a bit more aggressive, just based off the fact that your teammate will spawn back near net.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Amazing. Did you want to leave that ball, or was it kind of a whiff?
You'd have to look at my perspective. You are. No, that was another whiff. That's 2 double
Okay.
inputs this game.
Oh, good. Because it looked like you were trying to leave the ball for Don. But again, did you see Don on your right over there? Let me-
No, but there
let me
is.
play it.
As we're playing, there is some level of like intuition because we've played so much together.
But you know that he's behind you now if you go for this ball.
Yeah. What? I'm kind of expecting him to stay to the right.
Exactly, but he'd be in the area to receive this ball perfectly, which he is.
Yeah.
That's what I refer to behind. So you force this ball perfectly, you force the touch out of him. But now, leave the space for Don because he has a better challenge on this ball.
Yeah. Yep. Makes sense.
Because if we take a look at this from his perspective, you know, it's very obvious that this is his ball.
Right until I jump, and then it's no longer obvious.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very good save. It's fine. Let me see. Again, I'd avoid flipping here as well. So he got the save. You're currently second man and you're ahead of first man. That should almost never be the case. So take a wider rotation, because now look, you completely stopped your momentum to reposition. Had you rotated slightly wider here, you'd have been able to continue on this ball faster. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Very good save. I like this a lot. Unlucky. Now let's see. Again, I'd be careful flipping here, because now, as you are at the moment, you're in a perfect position to keep moving up with the play. This is perfect right until you flip, because now, look, your momentum slows down and you're a bit more hesitant on facing the ball here.
Yeah, I flipped out of position.
Exactly. And then maybe you would have been in a good spot to shoot this better.
Yeah, I was looking for the 50. I didn't even see the bump actually. Like the boost spawned, and then he had he had the boost to bump.
Yeah. I don't mind the pre-jump, ambitious. That is a very good hit towards mid. Good bump as well. Alright, let's take a look here. Again, look at the amount of space you're giving them, just because you flip away. In my eyes, I think you should try hover around midfield here and play the 2v1 closer, because you playing it closer makes it kind of easier because they're forced to think quicker. If you're further away, it gives them a lot of time to think about how to play the 2v1.
Yeah, the only real thought with giving them time and space there was that we needed the time for someone to get back. But one could argue to be closer and then play the 50 or play the beat.
Look, I don't mind you leaving this play entirely and going back, but I would have rather if you flipped right when you saw the ball going towards your net, because as of right now, the ball can go towards their backboard, and then you would be killing your guys' pressure. But now, let's say you flipped now that the ball is coming towards you, I don't mind that whatsoever.
Oh, I see. I see. So it's more just waiting,
Exactly.
just a little bit.
Yeah. Let's see. Very good fake, unlucky.
Yeah, fucking 50, dude.
Yeah.
Josh.
Ah, it's really unlucky. I like the idea a lot. Let's see Nibs here. Good fake challenge, good pop. Very good speed as well. So I don't entirely mind this. I think now, Gert, now that you see Nebs kind of pointing his nose towards your corner, I'd take this opportunity to cover the midfield, because the mid section of the pitch is a bit empty for my liking. What do you think?
Yeah.
But you see Nevs coming back, and now I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
you should take your opportunity now to rotate up, because I feel like you're the most passive out of the team.
Yeah. Okay.
Now you're both hesitant on this ball because no one was covering second man. You're kind of playing two last mans. It's unlucky. Good rotation, look for bumps. Perfect. Good positioning here. Good awareness as well. I try use my camera stick now just to see what's going on behind me. Let's see. It's a good demo from him.
Yeah, I remember that. I was not expecting that demo.
Fair enough. I mean, you were rotating through the play, which means that the chance of a demo will be higher.
That is true.
Because
Yeah.
because ideally here, I think Gert has boost. You try rotate slightly wider and let Steve here go backboard, because at this moment backboard does feel a bit vulnerable. And after that touch, I know you would have been there in position for it, fine. But I feel like had Steve gone for backboard here, he wouldn't have gotten demoed. Because you were kind of chased because you were in the opponent's trajectory as you were going for that boost through the play. It's a good force. Whenever you're forcing the ball, there's no reason to jump as well. You're just forcing the ball for the teammate that's behind you. So jumping on the force would actually delay your recovery back. This is fine, I don't mind this. There's no real threat on the ball, on the net. It's a good clear. Unlucky. It's a good read. Very good rotation, so. Nice, very good challenge. It's not an easy challenge. I think Steve was a bit hesitant here. I was about to ask him. Because I feel like now it's the best opportunity to go for this ball and try relieve some pressure. You don't have to control it, but just a hard clear, just for you guys to regain some boost and positioning would be ideal. If your guys are out of resources, a good clear out won't really hurt. it would actually benefit you because you're able to reposition yourself with boost. What I wouldn't do is definitely hesitate between the two. So either he goes for this ball fully committing, or he stays a bit more back, just so it's clear for Gerd that he's not going.
Yeah, it was
It
a
could
little
have
bit
been anyone.
perplexing.
Exactly, yeah. Very good read. Now, let's take a look. Ah, he got demoed, okay. So, what was your idea on that ball here?
Just trying to pop it off of my hood up and then hit it out. And I drove just a scotch past it.
And why do you think that it did not work?
Because I drove like past the ball instead of hitting it off my nose up the wall.
So your idea was to hit this off the corner here, or off
It,
backboard.
it was to control it upward and then go up the wall and then hit it mid.
So basically,
Should you
George.
Yeah, should you control this?
Based on your inflection, I'm assuming no, but if
you
I
could do
Give
it
me,
faster,
give me your real opinion, unbiased. Like I
Yeah.
could say, you can't control this. Why do you want to control this? Just so I can hear your thought process as well.
so to give our team time to rotate back into position for a shot. So if
I
they
mean,
if
they
if they
can-
see a first touch control and then a hit mid, they're gonna take a shot.
Yes, but you can argue that they're already give or take in position here, both of them. Don't just slightly rotate it a bit closer than usual here, because Nels was in a position to turn. Ideally, I think in this position, the best thing to keep a fluid rotation is Don turns his attention towards the opponent and goes for bumps, and Nevs just covers this area here, because now they're both kind of stuck. And I feel like had you just passed this ball immediately, a double commit would have been a very high probability. So something second man can do on offense to keep that rotation going is, instead of turning all the way back when there's a clear last man, second man turns back towards the opponent and looks for bumps, and then he rotates out. So it
Can
doesn't go-
you go to my POV, Denaris, for
yeah, of course.
like after that hit?
So that's a good hit. Now,
Yeah, I should be going for bumps here.
exactly.
I'm even pointing towards him. Like,
Exactly, and the reason why you want to go for bumps here is because the ball is still in their corner, meaning most likely Gert there will have a 50 there, and if you just start going for bumps now, you're going to clear up way more of their defense. But only do this when you know there's a last man in your half.
yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Amazing. So, the reason why you don't want to control it in their half is because you're in their half and they're going to dive in at you like this. So the second you take a slow approach, they're going to eat you up like this every single time. So I'd lean more towards getting a harder hit for someone else into open space, because all three of them are here. So even if you beat one of them, they're all going to be on you. If there was no one here, I'd say, okay, sure, go ahead. But all three of them are here. Any soft touch you get, you're going to get challenged. Even if you beat the first guy, there's going to be another 50, and it's a bit useless. So I would rather you hit this ball into space by hitting this ball off the corner into mid. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does. Yeah, there's a mismatch of rotations. I'm like taking a wider rotation, and I don't know why I'm so nervous for this game.
No, it's
And then-
completely fine.
Both
Which
Steve
wide
and-
rotation were you referring to?
just the entire game. Like the entire game, I'm very wide rotating, and then Steve and Don are rotating shorter. Therefore, I think they need more time than they actually do.
I think the issue here isn't that you're rotating wide. It's mostly that you're taking a longer time rotating. Like, this is a very slow rotation in general. Like, sure, the bump is fine, but it's a bit of a useless bump. I mean, the ball's in your corner. So just from now, just take a flip here. I don't mind you flipping, but line your car up with 2 or 3 pads. So for example, now flip here and start driving back normally. What I will point out is that whenever you're on defense, you tend to stay a bit more passive than you're supposed to be. You're afraid of, I'll use your words, you're a bit nervous to push up from defense to offense.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a good 50. So Don, what do you think the best approach to this play is?
For Steve to take the ball. Because I'm in a really shit spot.
Well, let me see where Steve is. Steve is behind you. So I don't mind this. So initially, I feel like Steve should have definitely rotated a bit wider from now, but you're in position for this ball. What I would rather you do is take a touch towards your corner
Okay.
and bait him into coming into you, because whenever you get a touch into them, you're going to get 50'd always. You're not hitting it into space here, and you can argue that if you hit this to the corner, they're both going to eat. They're both going to sandwich you, but you would have beaten this guy to this boost had corner been your initial thought, and you would have had a better 50 with Frey here just because you're baiting him into the 50.
Better, I could have caught it and flicked it early, but the corner is definitely better.
Yeah,
I
for
probably just
sure.
like caught it and flicked it right there instead.
Yeah, if that was your initial idea, then yeah, I don't mind it either. Because flicking it up here is still technically into space because there's no one in the air or wall.
Yeah, this is really awkward because I do not want to be on this ball. It just kind of got into a space where it just got hit to me. I could have just left. Probably should have just left.
Here.
Just, yeah, because Josh is actually ready for it. I saw him right there at the end.
So let's see. Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
And this
sure.
is a case of just rotating behind everyone.
Yeah.
But let's take the case of, okay, you have the ball and you're with 0 boost. What should you be doing?
I mean, just flicking it. We're doing something 50.
I think 9 out of 10 times you should try and play the low 50.
Okay.
Because you play it to your cards, you know? Like you're on 0 boost, meaning the second you flick it up, you've lost total control of the play. Because you're fully committing to a ball with 0
And then I missed the
boost.
boost twice and it gets stolen from me.
Yeah, exactly. So always, whenever you're with 0, try force a low 50 out of them.
Interesting.
Good positioning, good.
Yeah, I'm rotating back, acting like I'm hitting it. I wasn't
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I saw the vision here. Had you had that boost, you would have gotten this touch, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that's ambitious. So let me see here. Do you think a touch off the backboard is better than an infield pass here?
I was expecting Don to actually touch that ball. So at this stage, in hindsight, maybe just nosing to Steve. There's like no one between me and him.
Exactly. So, okay, you're expecting him to get the pass to Steve anyways. So I think you had the time to kind of react just in case he misses, just hit the ball in midfield anyways. So, yeah, but I agree, an infield pass here would be best because there's no one covering the infield pass. But if you hit this wall, there's a guy already wall, meaning the play is a bit useless now.
Yeah.
So yes, I agree with your point.
Yeah, we had difficulty generating offense in this game.
Because you were constantly hitting the ball into the opponents. So it's either a 50 or you could just give them position again.
Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy. I think if you pair this offensive play style of trying to control the ball on offense, combined with a second man that turns back for demos, I think I can see something happening with that. But given that you're not even trying to bump all the time, there's always going to be 3 players on every single play. So I can see something happening if you try and I see this play style of controlling the ball in their half paired with demos. With control of the ball. Exactly, just try to force that 50 away. Now let's see down here. Not in the best position to go for this, because you kind of started your rotation slightly earlier. Ideally, move up to back post and then start rotating up. So let me into your perspective. So start your rotation from here, drive up till here or somewhere here, and start moving up now. And this is much clearer that it's your ball instead of Steve's.
Yeah.
Very good, 50. Very good. Very good carry. Unlucky. Good speed, good. Had he faster yield towards the pass, I wouldn't have minded it. It was just a poor 50 there. Good awareness. Very good speedness. So let's take a look here. You both flipped away from the ball right before the challenge, meaning that if this ball went towards your side, you both would have been in position. But since it went towards their net, you're both out of position. That's basically the baseline I want you to have before flipping in a rotation.
Yeah. Who do you think should have, stayed to support that?
So,
You got the penny.
Okay. Yeah.
Because Steve is overextending his stay here, for sure. But going for a bump here is still good as well at the same time. I think if he went for the bump here instead of the ball, this would have been a goal. But at this point, I think... yeah, I think Steve should have went back and Gertie turn, because you're closer, technically speaking.
Okay.
So you're able to just turn quicker. Nice attempt at trying to stay close. Let's take a look here. Steve did kind of push up a bit too much. Gert's 50 was pretty good. He did just push up a bit here, Steve. So, any questions from this game?
No.
Nope.
Nope. Just rotate closer to the play. Prioritize pennies over hundreds, and yeah, still give space. But
Stop flipping.
that's actually
Exactly, stop.
a new development for me. It's weird to be called out that much in this game for it. I don't.
Steve's
Wait.
contagious.
I guess Steve does it all the fucking time. I do not, except this game.
It's always good to point something new out. So it's measured progress whenever you start pointing out new stuff.
Oh, I see.
So-
I see what you're saying. The bar was so low before.
No, not at all the way. So let me write some stuff down.
Yeah, we don't have
And
to
then with your
watch-
other, yeah.
We don't have to
I was
watch
about to ask.
the entire other replay. But there's 2 or 3 times where I don't know when it's appropriate to leave back post and either transition to offense or to challenge the ball.
Okay. So you'd still rather we go over the other replay as opposed to some mechanics.
Yeah, I'm still working on the previous 3 mechanics.
Okay, for sure. So from this game we had Loose management. So rotations don't flip. Boost management. Prioritize your pennies. And for aggression. So
Can you hear me okay?
yep.
Okay, good.
I'm just writing down some stuff there and aggression. There you go. That should be everything from that game. So have a look, see that everything makes sense whilst I download replay 2. I send them to you, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, so don't overextend for corner. Makes sense. Started flipping for some reason. Makes sense. The controlling in their half is interesting, but I'll give it a go. And then,
Elaborate on it.
yeah, I do understand. I understand the logic. And then, yeah, the aggression. Okay.
By saying
Amazing.
elaborate, what you mean by that? You really didn't.
So,
Like controlling, like what do you mean?
if we're in their half of the field, and this is my interpretation, if we're in their half of the field and I'm trying to control the ball, it's going to be constant challenge, right? They're just going to short
Yes.
rotate. Their rotations are going to be a lot shorter than ours, and so it's better to just move the ball faster, right? So play it off a corner, or play it off a backboard, look for a pass instead of trying
Yes.
to dribble in their half.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, no,
That's mainly it.
makes sense.
Of course. And if you then, but then here's the thing: you can pair dribbling. I'll refer to it as dribbling in their half with the aggression on that last point. I feel like that's a much more fair game for you, just because if you get past the first guy and the other two are getting bumped or demoed or chased, it creates a lot more pressure at the same time. So think of it as first man is slowing down the play by dribbling it just so second man can look for bumps on the other two. If that makes sense. That's a good way to play it out.
Yeah, yeah, no, I understand.
Amazing. So let's have a look at this game. So you said you want me to be careful of back post rotations, you said?
There was in this game specifically, I think there's 3 times where I was back post and it didn't feel like I should be transitioning to offense or challenging the play, but then
Okay.
it was pretty bad for us.
All right. Okay. So for example here,
No, that one felt normal. I went to back post or very close, and then the play was there, and I could have gone, so I did.
Okay. Because I,
It's
'cause
probably
I
when we
kind
get
of.
scored on, honestly.
Okay. All right.
I could have shot that much better. I just had to hit the ball before I get demoed.
Yeah. Which is the main reason why I pointed it out, is because I feel like he could have been slightly earlier to that ball. Because I initially pointed out is because I already saw that ball going towards mid there.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine, don't worry.
I see. Okay.
But that's just me having an earlier read of the play. It's nothing crazy. It's justifiable why he did that. Very good 50.
But this was one of the instances, right? So
Okay,
I was
let's
back
take a
post. It would have been way easier to save that back post, but I like went into the corner.
And then you thought he was going to dump it to you.
Look, in this case, you have to at least try either go backboard immediately or do what he did. What he did is fine because he had the threat of a double tap, and you reading the ball like this just eliminates any chance of a double tap. But yes, I feel like he could have been either slightly later to that play, because I feel like you were a bit early. You were already trying to think of how to push up in case that 50 goes right instead. So I'd sit at back post maybe until the ball moves towards you, and then just go for the read normally. So I feel like you just didn't wait here.
Okay, okay. Hesitate a little bit more until I know what's happening.
You did hesitate because, I mean, I agree. Like, I get why you hesitated, because if this ball goes behind you, you're a bit fucked, you know. Which is why, yes, which is why I want you to wait at back post and then see where the ball goes. So if it goes forward, in that case, you're still in a position to get the read.
Yeah,
So you'd be a bit more behind the play, but you're able to just push up. You had 3 seconds to go for this ball. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so more hesitation there until I know what the play is doing.
Exactly. I mean, kind of like this, but a bit more patient. Steve is somewhat waiting at back post here. See here. Like, even if you just waited at back post there, or just drove forward regularly, avoid going deep into net.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if it pinches off ceiling, it pinches off ceiling. That was my concern there.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because he is boosting straight for the ceiling.
Yeah.
But
fair.
Okay.
I think you should have taken your time there, too. You kind of rushed that.
I was trying to
It's
reach
because
the ball.
It's because he was trying to reach the ball because he was a bit further away than he was supposed to be. If you were literally on the goal line instead of here, you would have been able to just catch it and move it to corner.
Yeah, but considering it's awkward, you could just grab the boost and then get ball. If
I
you
don't think
wanted
he has
to.
enough.
You don't think he has enough time?
No. Because he can do it in this play, but the reason why I won't allow it is because I don't want that to kind of be like a coping mechanism to say, okay, I have this much time, because sometimes you don't have the time in trees, especially. So I would rather try get the ball and the boost at the same time. It's just building on a better habit.
Okay.
This is another spot that I just get caught. Damn it. Like if Tanky shoots... Go ahead.
The thing is, because the save is good.
Sure.
I think because the save was good. Like, I'm not spotting anything bad out of it. Your positioning here is good, and the reason why you're somewhat cheating up a bit here is because you're trying to support Dawn as well. But I feel like if you stayed back post there, you wouldn't have had the save if the opponent shoots it bottom left here. If you just wait here, you wouldn't have the momentum. So the idea here is, okay, now that you see the shot coming, throw yourself at this ball. The closer you are to this ball, the bigger you are covering net. And that way, you're covering literally everything.
Ah. So
So instead of... Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. No, it makes sense, right? So Don is out of the play. Like he was beat. So now I just need to like zoom towards this ball and look for that 50.
Yes, imagine this was twos. In twos, you want to throw yourself at any ball coming towards your net, because the closer you are to the ball, the bigger you are. Like the area you cover is bigger. So same applies here. Steve is about to be behind you, so try yourself to just block it. And worst case scenario here, he shoots it over you. That's literally it. So instead of trying to wait for every single shot, because the saves are good, but you're really working for them. I feel like if you're a bit more aggressive on defense, you'll benefit out of it. Because I think I said it last game, you're a bit passive on defense.
Yeah.
Your rotations on offensively you're fine, but on defense you tend to be a bit more passive. So don't be afraid of pushing up and seeing what happens there. Because as you said, if he shoots it behind you, no one's saving it. I'm not saving it, no one. But if you just throw yourself at this ball, you're covering both sides of the net equally.
Okay. I thought I moved too fast out of the back post.
No,
And you're
no.
saying the opposite.
Whenever you see a shot coming, just throw yourself at the ball.
Yeah.
I think we can agree the touch could have been a bit better.
Yep. Yeah, that
Was your idea, did you want to hit this towards your corner?
No. I was actually trying to get it behind
No?
both of them, and then circle in for the shot. But Tim the Bull he was just a little too far away.
Well, so you tried popping it up?
No. It infield, but behind Tim, and my infield just wasn't good enough.
What, even if you hit this behind Tim, the guy behind Tim would have had the touch anyways.
Yep.
So just hit it into your corner for the safety's sake, or just clear it away even. If you can argue that but if you just boom this ball away, you're gonna get it over everyone.
Yeah.
Even if you just boom it towards sidewall, the opponents will have a hard time reading it.
Right. So there's a lot of hesitation on defense from me. That's kind of the
Yes.
overall consensus. Interesting.
Yes. Ooh, okay, nice. Very good play. I like that. It's because I feel like you're treating back post in the wrong way. It's as if you're trying to treat the back post as an anchor to sit on. It's more like a waypoint for defense. Like, make it to this waypoint before you push up, but then don't be afraid to push up if you have to.
Yeah, no,
So good play from Steve.
I was anticipating kind of the opposite. Like you want to defend from back post.
You want to approach the play from back post because it gives you more vision and it gives you a better angle to see what the opponents are gonna do.
Yep. Yeah, I misinterpreted that last time.
And don't worry. Good 50. But does that cover the back post concern?
Yeah, it's just hesitating.
Yes,
Like
because
I-
you're misinterpreting back post.
Yeah, there's a couple
Because I
spots.
was, yeah. Sorry, I cut you off there. Go
Well,
ahead.
no, there's just a couple spots in this game where I'm like, should I be going? It made the save very awkward. But no, you explained it.
Amazing. Because I would go over this entire replay and go over the time, but I have another session in a couple of minutes now.
Yeah, that's fine.
So if you guys have any closing questions or anything, or you'd rather me just go through this replay.
You set aside my concern. Steve, do you have any questions since you just hopped in?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Don't worry.
No, just a quick review on what we've covered so far.
I'll send it over along with the VOD. He'll be okay.
Yeah, that's not going to be quick.
Nope.
Like a lot.
No, there's not a lot.
It's a lot of the same things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Over flipping.
Gotcha. I'm just watching the replay at the moment.
Yeah, of course, don't worry. But to basically
Sorry.
recap, no, as if don't worry at all. To kind of recap what we've done today is you guys were kind of overextending your rotations for big boosts in your corner or in midfield, but I'd rather you prioritize small pads on the rotation back as opposed to corner boost, because your initial thought once you turn back is big boost. No, it should be pads. That's the first. Rotations don't flip before any play. And then this one's a bit tricky to explain now. It makes more sense once you see the VOD. But as first man, you were trying to control you as a collective. You were trying to dribble the ball in their half, and as a result, you couldn't apply any pressure just because you're consistently hitting the ball back into them. Now, what I would rather you do there is get hard touches towards your teammates as first man just to play it into space. The idea of offense is play it into space just to break down their defense until you find the gap to score. Now, another point is aggression. Whenever you turn away from the play, let me actually go into free play for this. So let's say you're maintaining pressure on this side. I just challenged the ball here and I'm second man. I'm rotating out. I grab this boost. I see that the ball is still there. And then I turn my focus to the defenders in net, and that clears up a lot of pressure. So if you want to control the ball in their half, try be a bit more aggressive on the demolitions and whatnot. It will make more sense as we see the VOD.
Yeah. Okay.
Amazing. So otherwise, do you have any questions or anything whatsoever?
Nope.
Fortunately, I'm late, so I don't even know where to begin. I'm just gonna watch the VOD this time, and I'll have some questions for next session.
If you want, you can DM me. Just DM me any questions you have, and I'll be.
That'd be amazing, actually.
Yeah, of course. You go ahead and add me. That goes